Article 301?
Oh, Article of 301 is in the mid, about 7 years, 2002, I believe. I have to check on that. But it is no more than 10 years old still. About 8 to 10 years.
It's a question and a statement. Turkey being a NATO member, what are the chances of United States and Britain admitting or admitting the Armenian genocide, basically? I think what I'm thinking is we have to think like Jews. We need to target their membership, NATO membership. If somehow we can get Turkey out of NATO membership, they won't have the support or the backing of the Western world. And you know, they would treat us in a different way. Your comments?
No, in other words, yeah, during the Cold War, the relation between Turkey and NATO warmed up for reasons that we understand. But that is no longer true. NATO is gone, and its value is of question. As for the, you know, in the resolution 252, when Howard Berman drafted with his colleagues that drafted the resolution, in it they say that is the United States going to be a loser by admitting the genocide? Well, I'm not sure it says, because we think that Turkey may lose, because they're going to lose real-time intelligence of Kurdish activities in northern Iraq. If they want to play hardball, we're ready. And from before, they had already threatened countries that recognized genocide, like France, saying bilateral consequences, and that was short-lived. So this is all Ottoman game that doesn't hold water. So I don't think the United States is really in a dire need for Turkey as an ally, and we can know that during the Iraqi war. Our troops could not enter Iraq from northern Iraq through Turkey. So here we know that Turkey is capable of dictating a policy. And if Turkey can make it, why we shouldn't?
I'm curious. Private information that belongs to these insurance companies, do they ever become public? I mean, can you ever find out what happened within the archives of those private companies, let alone government?
That's yeah. There is no such rule. Unfortunately, no such rule. If you remember, the Holocaust victims, Jewish victims, who had a lot of insurance policies in Swiss banks. What was happening that one night, the Guardian discovered stacks of documents that were destined to be shredded. He looked at it, they were all Jewish policies. So in other words, the insurance companies are capable of destroying records, let alone making them public. So we cannot expect, unfortunately, from insurance companies to come forward and say these are the lists. And when I was getting this information from New York Life, before the trial had started, this was 5 years before what the CIA was doing this, and I was able to get insurance documents from the New York Life. I said I was writing a book. Could you send us some of your old archives? And they sent some papers, remarkably. And in it, we can find out much information. And the point I was going to make here is that no, there is no rule to disseminate this information and make them public. Please.
Look, recently, I got an article or a report through the internet prepared by a reputable correspondent who writes in the Vanity Fair. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. He had reported that the current president of of Turkey, General.
Good.
Yeah, in London, had made this statement: "Don't bug us about the Armenian issue, or we will finish the job." Have you heard?
I mean, yeah, Erdogan said the same thing a few weeks ago, so that's right.
They can say this and
Get away with it.
get away with it?
Sure.
How? I don't understand.
Arrogance.
Why aren't we doing something about that? That is an admission, as
Well,
good an admission can be.
But the closest we can get is Barack Obama. He said that I have not changed my mind about those issues. But what does it mean? So I guess it's going to come a day that we're going to say, yes. I mean, business is a big, obstacle. Unfortunately, it is a big obstacle.
He had a question first. Yes.
I think it was Lord Palmerston that said, Lord Palmerston said, we have no friends, we have no enemies, we only have gain. So just, yeah. You know what I wanted to ask you was, I thought you layered it very well. The five, denial, can you repeat them?
Oh, I see. I made them maybe 6 now.
Okay, so I thought I only heard 4.
Yes. One is denial, outright denial. Second is transformation. The third is the perpetrators died more than the victims. The fourth, the victims collaborated with the enemy. And the fifth is they got what they deserve. And you want to say denial, and you are accepting all these facts. Yeah, please.
Who is going to sort of push forward the Armenian question? The Armenian government or the diaspora? This is one question. Second, regarding the protocols, what are the causes that the Armenian government accepted the 3 basic preconditions, and what were the political interests of Russia and especially the USA in pushing Armenia accepting those conditions? So those are the 2 basic.
I'm sorry, what were the 3 conditions that Armenia accepted? There were no conditions there. There were 2 protocols that.
Number 1 is the historical commission. Number 2 is the border, acceptance of the border. And number 3, that Armenia should accept territorial integrity of nations, which
the territorial integrity of the, yes, sure. In that case, you can say that Turkey actually, as using the word of Davutoglu, the foreign minister of Turkey, who says that we buried Sevr Treaty. So the Sevr Treaty is gone when Armenia accepts the present border of Turkey, including Kars and Ardahan.
But there was no Armenian.
Right.
There was no Armenian government.
Right. But
Between Russia and
right.
Soviet.
But currently, when Armenia says that we are with Turkey, that means these current borders are recognized. So what Armenia wanted really is a good question. I am not sure, because when you say open the borders, I think the borders are open. I mean, I think people who are making money are making money. The oligarchs from both sides are making the money. Now, opening the border, who was going to win? You and me? I don't know. So that issue was kind of unacceptable, but we can say that Armenia eventually has to come up and open the border in the sense that we remove the state of the war. If Turkey is recognizing Armenia, that's also something. As we realized, Azerbaijan was boiling during this period, that Turkey and Armenia were striking the deal against Azerbaijan. But exact motives of Armenia is probably open border that could trickle in better inflow of goods and so forth, and maybe improve the lives of the Armenians. Hopefully, but I'm not sure. This was the reason.